Thanks for inviting us in tonight at 11. These COVID booster shots could be just a few weeks away, but there are still lots of questions tonight about how all this is going to work. So tonight, we've got answers for you. As we dig into this topic this evening, you'll notice that QR code on your screen. Just scan it to get the latest info about booster shots right there on your phone. We'll leave it up for the next few minutes as our Lauren Kostick kicks off tonight's big story.
The recent push for COVID-19 booster shots is leaving many with a lot of questions. So we asked an expert with the Regenstrief Institute to break it all down. To start, what is the booster shot? To put it simply, it's the exact same as the first and second dose you already received. Currently, Pfizer and Moderna are the only two up for discussion.
It's an additional dose of vaccine that's needed sometimes to periodically boost the immune system.
And how would the rollout work? Assuming the FDA gives the green light, all adults will be eligible for a booster 8 months after their second shot, starting September 20th. High-risk groups like healthcare workers and seniors get priority. Many are also wondering, if I get the 2 shots but not the booster, am I no longer protected? Yes and no. Studies show the vaccine's effectiveness decreases over time, so the booster shot offers an extra layer of protection, like many other common vaccines.
You're adding to your protection and minimizing the likelihood that you're impacted or that you become a carrier and spread it to other people.
And lastly, can you mix and match vaccines?
We have some data that suggests that might be a possibility for the United States, given what we're seeing.
For now, health leaders recommend you get the booster that matches your original shot. So if you got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, you'll have to wait a little bit longer.
The timeline for the J&J booster shot is still up in the air tonight, but here's what we know. The vaccine was not administered here in the U.S. until March of this year. Experts say they're still collecting data. Now, if we look at the timeline for Moderna and Pfizer, their first doses were given back in December. Now, 8 to 9 months later, we're gearing up for the booster. Now, if the J&J shot follows that timeline, a booster shot may not be available until October. But we don't know if the Johnson & Johnson vaccine's protection will fade at the same rate as the other two.
Well, President Biden and the First Lady already have plans to get their booster shots next month, but those shots aren't a done deal just yet. We are still waiting on the FDA to authorize the booster and for the CDC to agree and sign off. If everything goes as expected, those shots should be available next month for those that got their vaccinations in December or January.
Now, if you didn't have time to scan that QR code, you can also text the word vaccine to the number you see here on the screen. That way you'll get the latest news about booster shots. Just make sure you text this number. Please don't call it. We'll text you right back with links to all the information you need. And that wraps up tonight's big story.